Hello, and welcome to another Liftinstituut Expert Session. In this series of short video discussions, experts from around the world share their knowledge, experience, and views on a variety of vertical transportation subjects. Today we'll be talking about the new ITC regulations in Spain, and joining us with his expertise on the subject is Marcelo Zacarelli. He's an international account manager for Liftinstituut. Welcome, Marcelo.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yes.
Hello.
Tell us about your job. What do you do at Liftinstituut?
Well, I have worked for Liftinstituut as international account manager and business developer since 2021. And before that, I worked for the lift industry for around 20 years.
Okay.
Many of these years for a big lift manufacturer in Spain.
Okay.
But also for a big lift manufacturer in the Netherlands.
Okay.
In different positions like
Sure.
branch manager, field service manager, etc.
And today, if you're doing your job well, what are your goals in your role here at Liftinstituut?
Well, the purpose where I joined Liftinstituut, it was because the company began a project to get into the Spanish market, to offer the lift inspections there, and then after a market search and talking with different companies and public institutions, we came to the conclusion to acquire an Spanish control body. And we are now operating there in the Spanish market, in Valencia, Murcia. But I do also sales activities with the lift manufacturers from other countries.
And Spain is an interesting case because there are regulations just for Spain known as the ITC, and those are changing, yes?
Yeah.
Right. Tell us a little bit about that, how it relates to the EU requirements and so on.
Okay, just to talk a little bit about the background of the Spanish regulation. Spain, the lift sector is regulated by the RAE. The RAE is the Reglement of Lifting Equipment.
Right, yes.
With the entrance of Spain in the European community, the Ministry of Industry of Spain created a new ITC, a complementary technical instruction, referred to elevators, in order to harmonize the Spanish legislation with the European legislation. Okay,
so the goal of the changes is to harmonize everything so that hopefully, if a lift is designed, then it's going to meet requirements either for Spain or for all of the EU, correct? Okay, excellent. Now, the changes, the new regulations apply to the type of the elevator and the age of the elevator. What kinds of factors are involved in meeting these regulations?
Yeah, that is an interesting question because in Spain, with that such a big lift market, there are different groups of elevator, and that has to be with the period where they were installed, because there were different legislations. So also the new ITC is meant to adapt the legislation to the new developments in safety and technology.
Okay, got it. And walk me through some of that. So I would assume, you have a base requirement for a new installation, a brand new elevator, yes? And then how does it differ for an elevator that's a certain age, for example, or a certain type of lift?
Now, in Spain, it's mandatory to do a periodical inspection regarding safety every 2, 4, and 6 years. Okay. That has to be with the type of building. For example, in a public building where all people has access, the safety inspection must be done every 2 years.
Sure. And what's an example of, you mentioned a building accessible to the public might be every 2 years. What's an example of a lift that would be every 6 years? Are there lower risk lifts that need to be inspected less often?
Yeah, for example, for buildings, private buildings with more than 20 homes or apartments or more than 4 floors, the inspection must be done every 4 years. Okay. The rest every 6 years.
Got it. Okay.
Just to do it easy.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Basic risk assessment. And what sorts of changes are needed in order for this to be possible? What needs to be modified?
Well, this new ITC will apply for new installations, but also for the existing ones in the activities of maintenance, modernization, and inspections. And it is meant to update the legislation, the Spanish legislation, to the latest safety standards.
Okay.
In order to avoid accidents and to promote proper elevator maintenance.
Okay. So that would include like regular intervals for inspection and defining those more clearly based on the type of lift or the type of use. Is that right?
Yeah. But something important to mention is Spain has the biggest lift market in Europe.
Oh, wow.
With 1.1 million lifts.
Wow.
That is interesting to mention. And if we consider how many lifts per person there are, it's the biggest lift market around the world. With,
very interesting.
Every 24 elevators for 1,000 people.
Wow. Okay. So a lot of maintenance, a lot of inspections that need to be done there.
Yeah.
Well, how common are older elevators? You know, you talked about the ones that are over 24 years old and so forth. Are there a lot of older elevators in Spain?
Yeah. According to the statistics of FEDA, FEDA is the Spanish Lift Federation, around 50% of the lift, that is almost 600,000 lifts, has more than 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And around 400,000 lifts has more than 30 years.
Wow, so that's a lot of lifts to inspect and a lot of potential problems, but that's where the new regulations come in, is you're checking these on a regular basis and making sure that you catch problems before they exist.
Yeah, right.
Great.
Right. One of the main changes there, among others, because there will be stricter requirements, is that it will increase the periodicity of the safety inspections.
Okay.
For example, for new installations, there will be a new initial inspection. That means after a lift is put into service, an inspection must be done by a control body, a different one, to which was involved in the certification of that lift.
Got it.
Just to check that the lift comply with the regulations.
Yeah, ensures independence and so on, and just makes the whole thing a lot safer for the people who use the lifts. Then.
Yeah, right.
And there are some rules about maintenance companies, and if a new maintenance company takes over, is that right? Tell us about that.
Yeah, that is something new also. It will be mandatory in case of a lift, the lift company who does the maintenance is changed. The owner or responsible of that lift must do a safety inspection with a control body before the new company takes over.
Sure, just to ensure that continuity and making sure that nothing is missed.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, right.
Great. And what is the timeline for implementing the changes? Where are we with this?
Well, it was supposed to be implemented in July this year, but due to government elections, it was delayed. And the new estimated date is for 1st January 2024 or 1st July 2024.
Okay, so
not yet definitive.
Not yet defined, but in the first half of next year, hopefully. Okay, excellent. Well, thank you for that update, Marcelo, and for joining us on the show.
Thank you, Kevin.
And thank you for watching at home another Liftinstituut Expert Session. You can find more editions of our Expert Sessions on our YouTube channel, so search for Liftinstituut and click the subscribe button. And did you know these Expert Sessions are also a podcast? You can go to your favorite podcasting app and search for us and add us there as well. If you have an interesting idea for a future Expert Session, then let us know in the comments below, and we will see you next time.